Hi, how you doing? I'm Riah Bee. I'm here with the video. Once she started just being on her own channel, that's when I actually genuinely started liking her as a person. Like, I actually enjoyed watching her videos. She be having me dying, especially when she's with Clarence and Patty. They all be having me dying. It's freaking hilarious. I just watched the video before I'm recording this now. It's like, because the way he's portrayed himself is not really the best possible way you should portray yourself. But everybody has to still remember he's still young. I think he's what, 21? He's still young. He's still young-minded, you know? And then when people get a lot of money, it goes to their head. It goes to their head, so people don't know how to act, you know? He got money in his pocket. Even though he had a good woman by his side, he wasn't ready for all of that. But he wanted her there. He basically wanted to have his cake and eat it too, and which is not good, not right. But everybody's different. Everybody reacts to things differently, and I mean, the lyrics were good, the concept was good. It's just he's always contradicting himself. You went out there, you made a public fool of her, and you did all this stuff like where everybody can see it, and you still trying to make it seem like you're the one that got hurt because she's actually, like, she didn't move on, but she's moving on with herself. She has so many blessings, so many doors open for her, and she took that pain and tried to make it work for her. Like, she really took that pain and turned it into something constructive and use it to her benefit to help herself move on. And it just makes it seem like he's not happy with that, because she's happy, she's moved on, and she's trying to live her life, and technically she is with the next dude, but everybody wants to bash her, but she's not doing anything. He's hooked up on the next chick. He's publicly putting himself out there, and everybody's bashing her because why? Because she's the mother and she's always supposed to be home with the child? No, he's a father too. Like, he wanted to be an adult and lay down and make a child with her, and she's just trying to do anything a mother tries to do, is try to make a better life for their kid, which that's what she's doing. Like, just because she's it's the same thing as a mother working a 9 to 5, working double shifts just to pay bills, so their child can have a roof over their head, food on their table, clothes on their back. And everybody's bashing her because she's out here in another state doing things, but she's still working though. Technically, it's still like working a 9 to 5, working a double shift. She's still providing for her child, like just any normal parent. I shouldn't say just mother, because any parent would do that. Sometimes any normal parent would work basically a 9 to 5, work a double shift, even more than that, and won't always see their kid, but it's to provide for them. And people seeing it differently because she's out there with another dude, but she's still making her money to provide for her child. That's what you guys, like, you don't understand. And I'm like, it's messed up. Like, granted, I don't know anybody's personal life. I just see what I see, and everybody's going more after her, and she's not doing anything inappropriate. She's not doing anything reckless. She's literally just trying to provide for her child, and still trying to live her dream. And I don't have any kids, so I'm not really one to talk. I call it how I see it. Just like, he's making his money, but I don't know if he's doing it for the same reason she's doing it for. But they're still both making money, but everybody acts differently when they come into it money. And them two are perfect prime examples. You got the young and reckless kid that wants to go out and just do anything and just live life, and she's more thinking about the future and her child, and she says it countless times. And everybody wants to bash her because she's a female, but nobody ever wants to go after the guy, and it really irks me. Like, nobody ever wants to go after the guy. Like, but it's their business, you know? Their relationship should be their personal business, but when you're out in the public eye, like, everybody gets scrutinized for every little thing they do, and it's always the female that gets bashed more than the guy, because we're living in such a sexist world. Like, anything a guy does, if a female does what a guy does, it's wrong, but when a guy does it, it's okay, and it shouldn't be like that. It really shouldn't. And I'm going, like, obviously 20 minutes in the video, but I just really wanted to say that because it's been, like, sitting there, and I've always wanted to say it, but I'm not really active on social media, which I'm trying to be more, and I just always wanted to say it, because I'm always seeing this stuff, and everybody's bashing her, and she's actually, like, I don't know how she reacts behind the camera, but I just see what's put on social media, what's put on, like, in her videos, like, and to me, she's remaining really humble. Like, I feel like a lot of females can take notes from her on how to react after, like, such a bad breakup, and, like, you still have to co-parent, you still have a child, and a lot of females, like, they really, like, go after the, like, they kind of, like, let the child suffer when things don't work out in their relationship, which is messed up. I mean, he got both his parents in his life, and everybody's talking about the little kid, and everybody should leave the kid out of the picture. Like, nobody's child should be bashed on the internet. Nobody's child should be talked about. Nobody's relationship should be talked about. But people still talk about it because it's out there in the public eye, and it's like, it's really messed up. Like, nothing, like, once you're out there, nothing's personal anymore. And honestly, I feel bad. I don't feel bad for Chris because he's putting himself out there and doing these things, but everybody's making it seem like it's okay for him to do that, but they're going after her because she's out here just trying to work. She's basically working a 9 to 5, a double shift, 12-hour shift, however you want to say it. And that's what she's doing to provide for her child. And people are not seeing it that way because she's out there on the internet. So everybody's trying to view it as differently, but it's still the same thing as working a regular job, because parents work these crazy hours and don't always see their kids. By the time they, like, come home, their child is knocked out, like, the child is asleep. Like, listen, at my job, I work with a lot of people that have kids. There's a few of my coworkers that have more than just one kid, and they work excessive amount of hours just to provide for their child. But nobody bashes them. Everybody's like, oh, that's good, that's good. Like, you're really just trying to provide for your child. But when you're in the public eye, everybody's like, oh, you should be home with your kid. Why? Because it's the female. The female should always be the stay-at-home mom. Like, it shouldn't be like that. We're in 2018, and it's not everybody has the joy of having both their parents, and he has both his parents. Me personally, I've never had both my parents. You know, I mainly grew up with my mother. Like, my father was practically in and out of my life. You know, when I was 12 years old, he told me that he left New York because there was nothing left out here for him. Mind you, he had 3 kids. And you're going to tell your 12-year-old kid that there was nothing left out here for you in New York? Like, who says that to their kid? But that's why I always tell people, if you have the opportunity to have both your parents in your life, and you got your, like, both your parents in it, like, don't take it for granted, you know? Just because you barely see your parent, but they're working every day to provide for you, you have to remember, like, you don't always have to see your parent every day to know that they're there trying to be there for you, you know? Because as I was growing up, because I was only raised by my mother, she worked 2 jobs just to put food on the table, to have a roof over her head, clothes on her back, and she made sure we had everything. We had all the new systems, but she didn't have to do any of that, but she did because she wanted us to have everything. She wanted to provide us, and that's what she's doing. She's just trying to make sure her son is good in the long run, and people just bashing her, and it's messed up. Alright, I'm 30 minutes into the video, so I'm gonna leave it at that. And maybe hopefully she can see it and see there are actually people that are, what's the word? There are actually people out there that respect her for how she is and what she's doing, because she's really just trying to do what she can to provide for her child. And everybody's bashing her, which is messed up. Nobody ever wants to go after the guy, they only want to go after the female. We live in such a sexist world and it's messed up. So on that note, peace out. I'm Riah Bee, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, and hopefully I can give you something different besides a reaction. So peace out. Catch you on the flip side.